on local businesses in the capital city. This is 402 Business Insider with Travis Filing and Gary Tharnish on 1499.3 KLIN.
You're listening to the 402 Business Insider. Thanks for tuning in this Saturday. I'm Travis Filing with Transformation Marketing. With me, as always, Gary Tharnish from Home Design Real Estate Group. How you doing this morning?
I am doing great.
Clean shaven this morning.
I know. I don't know what got into me.
You just decided
I'm gonna shave this off. I've had it. It's been, well, the last time I shaved it off, I won the lip sync contest.
Oh,
$650.
I forgot about that.
Singing,
that's right.
What was the song? Tequila. I had three words.
And we had a photo shoot.
In second place.
We had a photo shoot for the radio station the next day.
Oh, that's right.
And you showed up. You're like, I forgot.
I normally have
that
a
was
goatee,
hilarious.
So it's really funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, we're broadcasting from the Winter Wonderland here
no
today.
Kidding.
They went all out for Christmas. I wish I could grab the cameras and turn them around, but Kenny would kill me if I touch these cameras. But David is like inside this Christmas tree, and its lights are everywhere, and it's really cool.
Very festive.
Here.
Yeah,
very cool.
Nice. Kind of nice.
Well, this first segment is brought to us by Transformation Marketing, Home Design Real Estate Group, Red Rhino Roofing, and Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We love our sponsors. We appreciate it. And we're going to kick it off, as we always do, with a little business lesson in the news. And in this case, it's business lessons in your email box. As I was laying out the notes this week, I kept getting these bomb emails that are coming in. It's like the same group, but they're changing their email address so you can't block them. Same thing with the phones. Do you guys get the phone calls all the time from your Google business listing? Come on, leave me alone.
Yes.
They're going to optimize
it. Been declined for all sorts of stuff. Click here and you can fix it. That's the latest one. That's
interest-free business loan.
Like,
right.
All of those.
Yeah, gimme.
Yeah.
We know this is a scam. I don't qualify for, because who's going to loan money randomly for interest-free?
I know.
So it got me kind of thinking, going, okay, let's have a little marketing lesson. If you are annoying your consumers or prospects, you need to stop. If you are running email campaigns, take a look at what your open rate is, which isn't very much on email campaigns. 1-2%, that's about average, and that's okay. But if it's less than 1%, you might be sending them out too much. Or if your unsubscribe rate is really high, then you're annoying people. I kept looking at this going, people need to start paying attention, because marketing is getting way out of hand. A lot of people are using AI. AI doesn't know when too much is too much.
Correct.
You're just sending stuff out and you're starting to annoy people. You're annoying me so much so that I'm talking about it on the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a good open rate on my emails, but it's once a month.
Right.
And it's filled with very useful information for your home maintenance, different types of things like that. There's always a recipe in there that I'm like, okay, whatever. But I get feedback where it's like, one of the other agents brought in the cookies from my recipe one day. And I'm like, how are you on my email thing? And she goes, I used to buy flowers from you for 38 years. So I get your email. And she goes, I send the same email, but I open yours when I get it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's hilarious.
So, but I mean, I keep it that simple. We have a good open rate. My open rate's about 18%.
Whoa.
Emails that I send out.
Really good. That's dynamite.
Yeah. Now we started, when I sold the shop, I had like 4,900 emails. No real estate agent needs that. If you have 50 really good clients in real estate, they'll say, and you nurture those and take care of them, that's all you really need to have a very successful real estate business. So I'm lucked out that way. But yeah, keep it, at least send me something useful if you're going to send me something.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And you have to respect whoever you're sending it to. You have to have some respect for them.
Yeah.
The Monday after Thanksgiving, 4 days gone. Now I've got literally 500 emails, and I'm sitting here going, okay, it's time to rip this Band-Aid off, start blocking, unsubscribing.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's what I spent like 3 hours on Monday. Yeah. And the unsubscribes now, it used to be you clicked one button, we're sorry to see you go, catch you on the flip side, whatever. Now it's like 5 or 6 clicks.
Yeah.
And so now I've just gone to blocking you.
Put your email in again, so on and so forth. Yeah.
And which ones do you want to unsubscribe to? All of them. That's why I kicked unsubscribe.
Yeah. What's sad about it is in a lot of ways it's attacking the elderly. My mom was having so much trouble with it. she's just not even doing email anymore with our help of saying, Mom, you just got to stay off email, because, she sees something like, oh, your credit card was declined for something, and she's clicking on it. And before you know it, she's talking to somebody going, oh yeah, let's verify my number, and that's what's sad about it. Yeah. There's a special place and where for those scammers.
Or your son's in jail. Have you gotten those yet?
I have a friend whose mom got taken by that for $5,000. Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Which my mom, that could be a legitimate, text. Your son's in jail.
My mom would be like, leave him.
Yeah, my mom would be the same exact way.
Don't bother me. Put him in orange.
Him for a reason. They got him for a reason.
I love
it. But yeah, when listeners in your business, when you guys are starting to do email campaigns, cold calling campaigns, really, what is it that you're bringing to the table for these email recipients?
Right.
Even if it is a recipe, that's fine.
Yeah. Is it something useful for the client? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And be respectful of them, because if you're sending them every day, I guarantee you're sending too much. Even the 402 Business Insider, we have an email list. We send out one a month.
Yeah.
Sometimes two.
Sure.
But we don't pound them. Because if you start pounding them, they're going to start unsubscribing.
Yeah. I still get calls all the time where I can borrow a whole bunch of money from my flower shop, which I sold now 5 years ago. So
can you borrow it on the flower shop?
I've asked,
send them the bill. Send me the cash.
I don't own a business, but if you want to send me 100,000, that's great. Yeah. Just go ahead and send it here. And oh, well, what do you do now? Well, that's none of your business, but you can send me the money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Those ones really bump me.
Oh, yeah.
They're just randomly sending you emails going, we can loan you up to $100,000. How do you know?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
This screams scam, because you don't know if I'm getting ready to file bankruptcy or if I'm a billionaire. You have no clue. It's just a random number. And I think, how successful can it be? But they're sending them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be. Well, it's automatic. It doesn't really, you set it up and you're done. I mean, it's just seamless. They send them out all the time. If 0.001% of the people respond, but they get $10,000 out of them.
Yeah,
that's why you get them.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What was your most successful marketing that you guys did at the flower shop?
A live radio ad every Tuesday morning at 7:47 on a country radio station.
Okay.
And then it kind of became part of the show.
Oh, I remember that.
It was great.
I remember that.
Yeah. There's a fun story that goes with that, but I don't know if I want to say it on the radio again. But anyway, it was the best. I did it for 26 years every Tuesday. And I would run into people all over town. I would be checking out in a grocery store or anywhere, getting gas or whatever. And they'd be like, I know you from somewhere. My favorite was an 80-year-old woman who goes we went to school together. I was 40 at the time. I'm like, maybe if you were my teacher, we went to school together. I'm like, no. Oh, I recognize your voice. So it was incredibly the best advertising I ever did.
Back when I sold radio, I told people, if you can afford to do a live ad, and live ads are expensive. Yeah. I mean, it's because you have a talent fee, you have a monthly cost, on top of it, plus the cost of the time. But wow, do they work? Yeah, I mean, they're incredible pieces of marketing.
Well, it's very personable, And then for us, our product was, it would come and go. It's perishable, so we'd have something that we could put on special on a Tuesday morning. It really worked out really great for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
That make the phone ring. Very interesting.
It was good marketing.
Well, I forgot to set my timer, so I'm sitting here looking down. It still says we have 13 minutes to go. So I kind of, I feel like I'm out of it today.
We're on until 4 o'clock today.
That's
so
right. We got to stretch this segment out about an hour and a half. No, I'm teasing. Well, let's run to a break real quick. You're listening to the 402 Business Insider. Today, we're talking with Reid Morrow, who just bought ServiceMaster PBM. Hello. Hey. All right. So when we come back, we're going to dive into Reid and his business and how he got to Lincoln and all that fun stuff. So we appreciate you listening, and we will catch you on the backside of this. We're back on the 402 Business Insider. Travis Filing, Gary Tharnish, talking with Reid Morrow today from the ServiceMaster PBM. And this segment is brought to us by Western National Bank, the Mendoza Family Insurance. I've got to get him in.
Yeah,
I've got to get him in here because he's working on some stuff for our insurance. And of course, we have insurance all over the place. Just insurance, it's kind of one of those things, man, it's going through the roof. And just, I have tons of questions.
Funny you chose roof because it's a big one in real estate now.
Oh,
for
no.
insurance.
Oh, it's a big one at my house.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, we have Red Rhinos. Well, he just finished my son's house here about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And last sponsor is the Cabin Virtual Indoor Golf. It's that time of year. It's time to go golfing.
Right. No kidding.
I know.
That facility is amazing.
It's so much fun. It is so much fun. We're doing tournaments now. And
fun.
We do, like, this month is the club championship. And we don't do the green jackets, right? We do fur hats. So every year it's a different fur hat. Last year it was a skunk. This year it's raccoon. And that's what the championship trophy is.
That's nice.
And then next month is my favorite. I went and bought, we call it the Tankula Cup. And it's a set of golf clubs that they sell at Aldi, right?
Oh, my Lord.
For $150, you get a driver, you get a fairway wood, you get like 4 irons, you get a putter, a bag for $150. And these things are whippy and crappy. They're Tankulas. So it's everybody comes in. We all use the Tankulas, and it's a riot. Oh, wow. So, awesome. Yeah, come check it out. Thecabin.golf. We have a couple of memberships open left. And if you like to golf, you will be blown away at this place. So, Reid, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Gary?
Doing good.
We're doing
great. Good.
Yeah.
So, you and I, we've kind of known each other for about a year or two, maybe.
Yeah,
and
years.
You had just recently bought ServiceMaster PBM, which has been kind of a staple in Lincoln for a long time.
35 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say it was shortly after I bought my business. They opened about 7 or 8 years after I bought my business. So,
wow.
That is right. Yeah. A long time.
Yeah. And I knew Ed Nix, still know Ed Nix from way back when. And actually he cleaned KLIN when I worked at KLIN the first time, which was back 25 years ago. And it's been a real interesting business. And I love the fact that AI is never going to replace somebody to come in and scrub the toilet. I wish they would.
Not
you
likely.
Don't.
No. There's talk about machines taking over, but that's unlikely too. I mean, where are you going to put your robots? Are you going to go for a cleaning job, or are you going to go for something that's a little bit more expensive?
Yeah. Yeah. Of all the things that if I could have a robot do something, I think cleaning would probably be pretty low on the list.
Yeah.
The Roomba doesn't work that well. I'm not
Cat
impressed.
ride.
That's the challenge.
A cat car. I love it. That is true. The personal touch is what makes all the difference in the world. A robot is not going to ever be able to replace that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So now I was kind of going through your LinkedIn profile. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you were a Navy guy.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about your experience in the Navy.
I was a supply corps officer in the Navy, so about 8.5 years, and got to do a lot of peculiar things that you don't expect from somebody that's running supply, like running a barbershop, unexpected, running a ship store and aircraft carrier, a little bit peculiar, unexpected, the laundry, a lot of service-based jobs. And, there was a lot of the professional jobs in it too. We did the procurement for the Navy. We would do all the supply chain management, but the services really kind of stuck with me because they're human. They require a lot of physical activity. They require a lot of discipline, but they're valuable. They're important.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
And we wouldn't be the society that we are without them.
It sounds like you got like almost perfect business training from the Navy. Because we always think military, you think you're training to go to war, you're training to, which a lot of them are, but
sure.
There's also a lot of support that goes along with that.
Well, I knew that coming in for Supply Corps particularly. And so when I signed up, I knew that they had a program to send you to get your master's in business. And I knew that they would go to Wharton and the top schools for this. So I put Supply Corps down 3 times. They let you choose 3 fields.
Okay.
And
smart man.
Well, so not a lot of people chose Supply Corps. And so my application stood out to the admirals that are reviewing this. But my recruiter said, if you don't get Supply Corps, you're not going to get in. I said, well, if I don't get Supply Corps, the Navy doesn't get me.
Yeah.
And that was it. So they apparently liked that answer and off I go.
So you got your
Interesting.
master's while you were in the Navy.
I got it right after.
Right
So
after.
I was able to use the GI Bill for it. There's a lot of different programs they've got
Sure.
that are
Yeah.
amazing. But I used the GI Bill and worked and volunteered and went to Amazon at the same time with it. It was great.
Wow.
Nice.
It was
So
Of
what-
course, because you're from Seattle, or at this point in time you were in Seattle. Amazon. That makes
yeah,
sense, right?
yeah. I met
What'd
my
you do
wife
for
in the
Amazon?
Navy, and she was from Seattle, so that's
Ah.
naturally where we went back to when we
Sure.
both got out.
Okay. So what'd you do for Amazon? Supply stuff again, or
Well, they
what
they
did
had
they
this
do?
weird idea that people wanted to be able to get 1,000,000 random items in 30 minutes or less. It was called Prime Now, 1 hour delivery. And so they sought out former military logisticians to go and run the operations for that. And so they recruited me. I didn't expect it. I had met a couple of them with volunteering and
Yeah.
got invited to interview, and they told me about this crazy concept, said we're going to launch 87 warehouses in urban centers in 2 years. And I thought that would be fun.
Yeah, that's
And-
interesting.
and it
Were
was.
they,
Kidding.
were they successful in doing that?
They were, it was not cost effective. So yes and no, but we learned a lot. And so now you've probably seen that you can order about, I don't know, probably 30,000 to 100,000 unique items and receive them within 3 hours in just
Right.
about every metro. That program grew out of the 1 hour delivery program.
Wow.
So I went and joined that program right afterwards. We didn't really close it down. It became the grocery program that you can also get in an hour now.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a concept of fail fast. And, they took a small bet and started out in Seattle and New York, which actually isn't such a small bet. I mean, we think about
Right.
it, launching
Yeah.
a service like that in New York.
No kidding.
But it really paid off because the things that we learned about dispatching and routing, and like we already knew how to pick and pack in a warehouse, but
Mhm.
the delivery of it, that was the challenge.
Yeah, it's its own animal. It's its own animal. There's ice on the road. There's
Right.
traffic jam. There's all sorts of stuff when you're guaranteeing in an hour. I always go back to what was a pizza place that we'd be there in half an hour, and there was some major accident. Somebody was killed, and it was just like, their advertising caused this person's death because they were rushing to get there in 30 minutes and everything. But yeah, and they were also going to do the drone delivery. I'm wondering where that is.
I actually was listening. There was a news
No
story.
comment.
Hey, no.
There was a news story about they were trying to open that up again, and air taxi service in New
Yeah,
York and
yeah.
some other places. And I thought, oh my gosh, with all the boxes that get delivered to my house, I mean, it's probably 4 times a week I get Amazon delivery.
Yeah.
That's just me. And you think,
Oh yeah.
drones, man, are we ever going to see the sun again? Because there would be a lot of drones.
Well, yeah, I mean, trees, everything that comes into. I mean, we just moved into a new house and it's tree lined like crazy along. I mean, I don't know how you'd get a drone. You'd have to fly low
Yeah.
and avoid people.
I think
it's all
you're
sorts
gonna
of funny things. But
you're gonna see it in medicine first. That's where I think it's gonna come in.
Yeah, that's interesting.
sure.
Especially remote area medical. That's one of the best use cases for it.
Interesting. Yeah,
Would
that's
be.
really interesting
Yeah.
because then, I mean, it's going to get there quick
It's
and you don't
automatic.
have to worry about the UPS guy or, whoever else
Everyone-
delivering it. It's just dedicated. It's going right to you.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully your neighbor doesn't get it by accident, but I'm sure they'll work those bugs out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna be on camera the
Hey,
whole time.
opioids. Don't tell Frank.
Right. Exactly. I love it.
So again, you talk about, you've really had an impressive resume as far as preparing yourself to own a business.
Well, I had one. So I got a degree in sociology, and there's not a whole lot you can do with that unless you want to be
Teach
a
it.
professor.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I had a really good mentor that told me to also take statistics while I was at it,
Mhm.
and I just kind of lucked into an opportunity to start a marble and granite fabrication firm right out of college, and we bombed miserably. It was great. We learned a lot in about a year and a half, and then I realized that I liked it. Like I enjoyed the struggle, and I had learned about the Supply Corps, and I applied. It took about 2 years to get in, but once I was in, it was off to the races.
So you were a business owner prior to going into the military.
Correct.
Wow.
My first failed business.
Wow. That's interesting because
You
most
failed
people,
up, buddy, so you're fine.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we always
It
talk
worked
about
out.
you
It
fail
worked out
up.
just
Yeah.
fine.
Failure's necessary.
that's really interesting. So did you have a degree prior to that going into the military?
I did. I had the degree in sociology
Okay.
with some spattering of statistics in it.
That's crazy.
And it worked out well. I mean, it was good in a lot of ways because you can't just lead with rank in the military, and so many people try to. But that's what I really learned, was how to influence by partnership.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I would, in reading some prep for this, I like where you talked about you gain rank by just being kind and caring about people and doing the right thing, and not just making it like, kiss them butt to whatever to get to where you need to be.
That's
I love that part of it. I'm like, Reid's a good guy.
Kindness and human decency goes a long way.
There you go. Yeah.
It's one of those, I don't remember what the movie was that I saw, but it was a rank is something you wear, respect is something you earn.
Bingo. Right?
And how many bad bosses have we worked for? I mean, I know I've worked for a couple.
They've all inspired
especially
me.
right now, which is my wife. I'm kidding. My wife really
Not
is my
really.
boss, but she's
she's gonna kill me for that. But
well, I hear the music coming on here, so we have a break coming up. You're listening to the 402 Business Insider, Travis Filing, Gary Tharners. We're talking with Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster PBM, and we are going to get right to it after this break with 5 takeaways. We'll be back right after this.
Again.
thank you for sticking with us through the break. And if you're just joining us, you're listening to the 402 Business Insider. And also a real quick mention, you can find us on the web at 402insider.com. You can join our email list that comes out once a month, and it's a good one.
Yeah.
And and you can also
we won't
sign up.
you.
That's right. You can also sign up to be a guest, which is really important. So that's just 402insider.com.
And it's so easy. It's a couple of clicks.
Yeah,
literally.
And join all of our social medias and stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we like that. This segment is sponsored by Complete Family Dermatology in part, and this segment we call our 5 takeaways. Our guest, because my co-host is Travis. Say hi, Travis.
Hello.
Okay, that's enough. And then our guest today is Reid Morrow, and it's a pleasure having you here. I can learn a lot already. I loved reading all your bio stuff before when I was doing a little bit of homework before I came in here. Little has always been my word with homework. Anyway, this segment we call 5 takeaways, and we want 5 takeaways of your business that other business owners can learn and grow from. And that's sponsored by the Nebraska Farmers Network, a great group of people. We'll tell you a little bit more then about them at the end of this segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was bidding on a tractor on one of their sites because they actually have an auction.
Did you get that?
Site.
You didn't get that, if I
I
remember
didn't
right.
get it. I'm so bummed. I didn't get it.
Or cheap. But anyway,
well,
no,
I am very cheap. Yes,
wise. You're
yes.
wise.
If it was missing a wheel, I probably would have got it. But no, it was not missing a wheel. It was a nice tractor.
Oh my god! I don't know why you still like me. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, who said I liked you in the first place?
Shannon.
So tell us a little bit about what are some things that you've learned, because you haven't owned the business very long, but how you owned. Was it, I assume, was it like a granite transformation or what
we did marble and granite fabrication. So we did, countertops and fireplaces, that sort of thing. But
so in all, you've got almost a year here at this business. And then the other one was 2 years.
Yeah. I also ran a super yacht interior company that built $100 million interior.
Holy smokes. How did we miss that in our notes?
It was hidden. I've been on a bunch of them.
I want to hear about that.
we could do another segment on that one. It is a really peculiar industry with gold-plated trash can liners.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't make it. Yeah.
Crazy.
We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I've been in a lot of small businesses. I've been in a couple corporations and the Navy, and so I've seen a lot of process done well and process done poorly. And I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is that you have to have one kind of mechanism, one structure around how you do process, so that everybody can speak the same language. And it doesn't really matter what it is. I mean, there's a ton of different process improvement techniques that have been out there. I mean, you think about like total quality management from the 50s on. I mean, there's a lot out there. Pick one.
Yeah.
Just one. And just keep working at it. I mean, process is something that just takes time and really dedication to build it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a good first takeaway. Process is so important. You often see businesses fail because they don't have that, or they don't adhere to it, or they don't share with staff. This is what our process is and how it's working. Knowledge is power. So it's an interesting, I've seen over the years, all the different business owners I've met that have come and gone quickly. a lot of times they want to just protect what they think is their knowledge about their business and don't let all the employees, because they might go start their own business. I'm like,
nope.
They need to know what's going on and be part of the entire group. So that's a really good first takeaway.
It is. And I've had so many people say, gosh, these employees, certain employees aren't very good. Well, what's your training process like?
Exactly.
You know, and they go, I don't want to train them too much because they'll leave and start their own business. Yeah, but if you don't train them, they'll stay.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's just it right there. Bing.
Yeah.
My philosophy has been, if you build the people, they'll build the process. And then you're just tapping left and tapping right to adjust it. But if you don't have them build it, they're not going to buy into it. They're not going to follow it. You're wasting your time.
Right.
Great advice.
Yeah, that is fantastic advice.
It's just like when Tim was talking about hiring for your culture first. You can train everything else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So build your people up, get there. And also, I read that this is years ago, like in the 80s, they talked about it all the time, where it's like people working for someone else actually want recognition and known that they are appreciated what they do. So even before money, you know, and so that's the important thing. Make sure they feel like part of the process, part of the team, what's going on, that their ideas matter.
They want to be heard.
Right.
And I think that was my strategy coming in. Was I had a list right from day one of every problem that I saw. And I mean, there's always problems in any legacy business, but the ones that I attacked first were the ones that the team mentioned. It was simple things too. It was like the Wi-Fi speed is too slow. I dug in, found out it was actually unsecure. And so we solved it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And now it's faster and
Password
more secure.
was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Hey, you just gave out my password.
Yeah.
What are you
doing?
doing?
Don't do that. Don't put it out there.
Now I'm going to have to make it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't do that either.
Oh my God.
Very cool. So tell us a few more things that what's your next so we have process, right?
Yeah.
And that is absolutely crucial. Listening to your employees. I love that.
Well, the next one is listen to your customers. I mean, there's a lot of listening that I think goes on with running a small business.
Sure.
And if you listen to all of them, you're going to learn about a lot of problems. So that's the hard part, but then you know about them. And the list is, so we use EOS. Y'all are probably familiar with that,
Sure.
entrepreneurial operating system. But we've used the book Traction as kind of how we build around and how we train the team to talk about problems. And really, I've encouraged them to put the problems out there, and we don't try and solve them on a day. You know, we put them on a list, and then we commit to each of us tackling one of them periodically. And so far since March, we've knocked out 43 solid problems, issues that they raised or that we found. We've got a backlog of another 70. And I mean, there's probably another 100 that are in Post-it notes on my wall. But we're tackling them systematically, one at a time. And I bet we get 100 more next year. There's always going to be more.
And your team loves you for it.
So I love them for it. Like, they're knocking it out of the park.
It's a two-way street. I mean, they're like, oh my God, he did something with this. This is great.
So what do you do? Because I, as a business owner myself, sometimes you do get requests or, somebody hit me, this was years ago, such and such agency has unlimited time off. Yeah, no, they don't. How do you tackle those types of challenges? Because sometimes hey, I think you should provide free lunch or whatever it is. How do you handle those types of situations?
Well, sometimes they're right and you just do them. Other times, we talk about it. We've got a core team that's operations manager, office manager, our recruiter, the former owner, me, and we debate these things. Every 2 weeks, we get together for an hour and we go through the issues and we just address them.
You at least acknowledge it.
Oh, 100%. No,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide from it.
Yeah, you can't ignore it.
Yeah, you recognize it. And I have one manager that was, he was having a challenge with the process, and it turned out that he was right, but I disagreed with him at the beginning. And in the process of talking it through, I came to his side on it, and we ended up adopting what he recommended, and it earned a lot of trust in the process. But if I had just shut it down and tried to get my way, I'd have lost on that process.
Right.
I'd have missed his knowledge. I mean, he's got like 10 years of experience in that one role, and I would have lost his trust.
Yeah.
It is so easy to get caught up in your inner perception of what you're doing in your business. I mean, I was totally caught up in that in the 90s. I've talked about this before, where I finally hired a coach who And she was great. Like within 3 weeks, she goes, well, she goes, I think I've really discovered the problem. And I'm like, what's that? She goes, well, you're the problem. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
and I have to pay you Friday. What's going on here? But anyway, and then she took 12 of her clients out for dinner, had a big dinner, and just asked them all these different things, like our top 10 reasons why you shop there, or whatever. And as a team, we had written what our top 10 was. Number one, we thought was service. Like, we're great at service. It came in 9 with our people, because it was like, yeah, no, you know. So that's kind of part of that thing too, where it's like, oh, I have my idea on this right away. And then it's like, well, wait a minute, you know. It was tough for me I was in a design business. So I mean, everything that went out of our shop spoke for your name, how it was designed. And that'd be important to a whole lot of people. So I had trouble giving that up. It's hard to scale when you're, you know, not giving that up. And she's like, you know what? Somebody might do something 80% to what you would do it in your mind of 100%, but it might be better. And it was like, yeah, I learned a lot.
That's the thing most people miss, is a lot of times your employees will do a better job than you, just given the opportunity.
Yeah, let them go. So I started hiring up.
Yeah.
Call it,
absolutely.
you know? Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I just start with the principle that I know nothing, because I mean, really, I'm brand new to this industry, and these folks have done it, many of them for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so if I start with nothing and I go clean some toilets, I learn a lot.
Yeah.
And I've used every piece of equipment that we've got since I've been there, and
there you go.
And we've changed a lot of it as a result, because everything becomes more real then when you're actually getting hands on, and you try to use a piece of equipment that somebody's complaining about, you know, and you realize that the cord is like difficult to manage and it's got 2 hoses that are difficult to manage. Then suddenly you're going to run out and buy the battery pack unit that has 1 hose, electrical built into it, and you're going to make their lives better.
Do they still do? I get off on my tangents. Do you guys still do the floor polisher things?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Have you run one of those, Gary?
Oh, those are fun.
Yes.
Not at first, they're not.
Well, you're right.
There's
There's a learning curve.
Yeah,
there's definitely a learning curve.
Its thing. I remember the first time I got into it, I was like, wham.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You almost have to twist it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or it's taking you for a ride, man.
In college, I worked at Square D. I think it's Snyder now, Square D Factory, and was the custodian there. And I would go in Monday through Friday and work, you know, a 4-hour shift, you know, cleaning there. And it was mostly women working there. And I remember the first time I walked into the large women's bathroom, which had like, I don't know, 25, 30 stalls. And I walked in.
Was it a large bathroom or a bathroom for large women?
Yeah, well, you know, we're not going to go down that road, Travis, but it was for everyone. But I'll tell you, I walked in that bathroom and I thought, oh man, there was like a TP fight in here or something. Like I was like horrified at what I saw. And then I'm like, and they're like, oh no, yeah, it's just, yeah, you know, you got to clean it and here's your routine. And
it's just Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Just
there
Tuesday.
You go, Reid. Exactly. No, it's just a Monday evening. Anyway. Yeah. You gain a certain amount of respect when it is important to do. There's a lot of times I'll find business owners that have never really done the job. That's one of the worst things ever. We actually have somebody in our group, in our company that is, has I would say a fairly, I don't know if I want to use the word powerful position, but a position that in my mind, if you had actually been a realtor and done that work for a long time, it would have been better. Not that you can't learn it or whatever, but creates challenges it's created a lot of challenges for me where I'm kind of like, yeah, no, you don't know what, like I've told the client 3 times. It doesn't mean they're going to get it. It's crazy, right? Like,
well, you can learn the process. You can learn the function of doing the job. But if you don't do it, you can't learn the empathy. And that's the harder part.
You're smart, Reid.
Well, I just read a lot and listen.
You're smart.
So just show up.
A lot. Yeah.
Just show up.
Exactly.
Well, and one thing that John Barry said when we were talking, when he's looking for people, he wants to see, you know, people that have not only made the climb, but have the scars from making the climb. And that landed with me so well.
No kidding. Exactly.
Because how many people do we know that could just buy a business and then just run it, and this process doesn't please me, and you know, bring me another? It doesn't work. I mean, you have to have the scars. You got to get out there. You've got to listen. You got to talk to people. You got to do the job.
We actually look for people that really highly value completion, and it's hard to measure that. But when you see somebody that just cleaned some, like a bathroom, for example, that was just gross before they started, and then you see them look back at the end, that's the right one.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's the best hiring secret in cleaning. Find the person that likes completion.
And how in the world do you do that?
Yeah, that would be tough.
That would be tough.
You ask. You just ask.
Yeah.
So we'll give them 5 questions and see how they rank on that one.
That's interesting, because I'm kind of one of those people, because I build, we redo houses and stuff, and my wife will come in, I'll be at a house and I'll just be sitting on a bucket, just looking. She's, what are you doing? Just looking. Yeah. It's not, I've never
look back,
put it together like I did this. It's just, I'm just looking like it's done. I can't believe it's done.
Yeah, and the 5 right questions, you can learn a lot. One thing I ask my clients in my consultations, whether they're listing or buying, is if you could wave a magic wand and this process would go just perfectly how you would like it to look, tell me what that'd look like. And you'd be shocked the things that you learn, and it matters who says it. So when they say it, then you're like, okay, so these are their top priorities, because it's different for everyone.
Oh yeah.
You might think in a listing, it's like, we want it sold as fast as possible, where it could be, this has been our kingdom in our home for 20 years. I want somebody that loves the house as much as, I don't know how you quantify that, but you learn a lot.
Yeah.
What are some other takeaways?
Yes. This is 10 takeaways. Did I tell you it's 10 takeaways?
Yeah, no, we could do probably 20.
You got some great takeaways.
We could do 20. I promise. I've learned a lot. Well, I keep a notebook with all my notes in it, and from everything that happens, and I've got a tab in the front and a tab in the back. The tab in the back is just labeled survive. And so all the things that happen in your business that are difficult, or in your life, that are difficult. Like I had a friend pass, and it's in my survive tab.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But when I start a new book, I start it with kind of my optimistic page. I reflect back on everything that happened in that last book and all the things that we've survived. And I plot out the course for the next 90 days, because they're usually roughly about a quarter. Like it's not really intentionally a quarter. It just, that happens to be about how fast I fill up a moleskin notebook.
Me too.
But
I don't do that.
I've had the same one since high school. What's that say about me?
Oh my gosh, you're a man of action. That's good. That's a cool idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's a peculiar one. I like those kind of optimization life hacks. My second favorite one is a chess timer. When you're trying to get really deep work done, set a chess timer. It's 2 turns on off. And one is on task, one is off task. You touch your phone, you hit off. And then you look back at the time that you spent on task versus the time that you spent off task. And it takes a while, but you start to realize how much time you waste.
That is fascinating to me. I would be terrified to do it, although I should do it, because I waste a lot of time.
The early results are really bad. It's 80-20 rule, and it's not in your favor.
This is me.
Right.
And then I'm like, what was I? Shoot. What did I need off
all
my
the
phone?
time?
It's
all
terrible.
The time. And here's what's terrible is social media. Social media will take you down, or you get a text and it's a funny thing, and next thing you know, you can just flip right through them. Next thing you know, an hour and a half is gone.
Well, you remember Dan Lanieric, our CEO that was in that one day. He every Monday we get a video from him, and he usually gives us a challenge. And one of them one day was when you're working on your to-do list this week, start off with 3 things not to do. Then do your to-do list. So
that's
do not go
idea.
down the
That's
social
really
media trap, whatever, and do that, add that. And so I still do that to this day. Like, what do I need? What shouldn't I do?
Yeah.
As well as what do I need to do?
Last night, I didn't get out of the office till 9 o'clock because I have a list of tasks that I have to complete. And it wasn't because the task took longer than I expected. It's Travis went down a rabbit hole. Yeah. And next thing you know, you're watching behind the scenes of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and a half hour has gone by, and you go, what did I just do? That half hour's gone, big boy. So you get to stay late.
I love the idea of 3 things not to do. I always start with the top 3 that I want to accomplish. And if I have a list of 20 and I get those top 3 done, I forgive myself and I'm actually really satisfied. But usually I'll get 1 done. But at least I've got the list, so I know what my priorities are.
Exactly. The other thing I did is put the most difficult one to the top and do it first.
Yes.
Whether it's a call that's going to be tough to make because something didn't go right on on a deal or whatever. It's been great.
I always do the rip the Band-Aid off. Like cold calls are always tough. So make 10 of them first thing in the morning.
Then you're done.
8:30, something like that. Just get them done, get them off your list. You feel better.
Oh yeah.
You absolutely feel better. Well, I know we're running short on time. You have a couple of more. We're going to just push them into the next segment because we have to talk a little bit about good Lord, Travis.
ServiceMaster PBM.
Yeah, we can talk about that. But Nebraska Farmers Network. So if you get a chance, Nebraska Farmers Network, go on, Google them, check them out. They're doing so many cool things there. Like I said, they have the auction site. They are buying up local farms to keep Nebraska-owned property, Nebraska-owned. Absolutely love it. If you're a farmer, if you're thinking about maybe you want to hand the farm off to the kids, you can't quite yet, they are an excellent bridge between the two.
And another sponsor of this segment was the UPS stores.
Oh.
They're all over town. They're fantastic. I think there's a new one opening up here on O Street somewhere.
Yeah, it was. I just drove by
already.
it. It's like maybe 50th right
Which
there.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stick with us through the break. We'll see you on the other side.
KLIN.
We're back on the 402 Business Insider. Travis Filing, Gary Tharnish. We're talking with Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster PBM. And this segment is brought to us by James Arthur Vineyards. It's kind of that time of year. Kind of time to go out, get some wine. Their wine is good. And I'm not a big wine guy, but they do have some really good wines out there.
Definitely.
And Lincoln Coin and Bullion. So there you go. Go get some gold. Go get some wine. We got to get him on the air because when I've talked to them on the phone, he's told some really cool stories about finding, people have found gold like at Grandpa's house behind drywall and all that stuff. Like,
there was the one in the basement, and it was incredible. It was gold and silver,
and it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy.
Then I hired a truck to get rid of it.
You would think.
And the man hadn't told his family there was something. They found records of the gold or something, and went, "Where is this gold?" And they're like, "Oh, he always takes it with him." And then they found it in the basement. Well, I would have loved to have accidentally bought that house.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Yeah. But my luck would be I'd start ripping out the walls and then I'd just have no walls, a bunch of dust and no gold. That would be my luck. Well, this segment we call Unexpected Impact, and it's something that happened within your business that is totally unexpected. Could be good, could be bad. What unexpected results, what unexpected thing has happened within your business in the last year?
All of it.
Everything.
Some good, some bad.
This is a 12-hour segment.
Yeah,
so take your time.
I'm treating it as a therapy session. So you have you have this legacy business, 35 years, and all this process built around it. There's a lot of gold in there, and then there's a little bit of coal, and you just have to kind of figure out how to extract it and how to make it work for you. Mm-hmm. And so one of the ones I usually like to start with the problem. And so one of the problems that I had initially was I know nothing about marketing. So we need to have a coffee chat about that too. But I do know a little bit about AI. I've been playing with it for about a year before ChatGPT came out. And so I had some idea of how to leverage it. And then I don't know, I knew I didn't know how to do marketing. And I knew that my leads were really low. And I decided to use this strategy that I saw a friend posting about, where instead of using AI to target individuals to talk to your potential customer, you use AI to talk to AI, and your potential customer uses AI to solve a problem that they're having. So for me, facilities managers, going to AI, trying to figure out how to make a task schedule. Well, it's actually a really simple solve. I post a bunch of task schedules out there based on industry, and I don't post them on my website. I post them behind my website so that AI can see them. They're in a formatted table. It can read it, and it can deliver that back to a local customer here that is searching to solve a problem. And I mean, task schedules are a big one. You don't want to recreate that. You want somebody else to already have it, but if you don't have it, you can't quote it. So they're going to AI and asking for it. And that was the first one. We have increased by 300% our leads coming in every single month since we started doing that.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's been pretty wild.
Amazing.
A lot of people don't realize the progression of search engines. Mm-hmm. And everybody just thinks, well, if I need to advertise on a search engine, it's Google. It might be, but there are more search engines out there like Facebook, Pinterest, X.
Sure.
All of those are not, people aren't just getting on there saying, I had tacos for lunch. Some of them are. Those people drive me nuts. but some of them are also searching for solutions, and AI is the next frontier. It really is for search engines.
Sure.
It'll be coming down the pike. I think OpenAI will probably be one of the first that'll have a really legit search engine. But in the meantime, you've got Reddit, and it's underutilized. Reddit is been attributed to be the source for about 60% of AI contact. 60%.
Wow.
Jeez.
I didn't know that.
So
And we
I
do
did
stuff
not
on
know that
Reddit.
either.
Well, think about what you do on Reddit and what, like, as a user, you go into Reddit to see something cool, or you go into Reddit to ask a question
For a solution
Yep,
to a challenge I'm having.
and then you have people that are providing you, this solicited advice. So I go in and I provide that advice, and then I tag it back into my
That's
business,
so smart.
and it reads right back through. But you have to add value. It's just like what you were discussing with advertising. You can't just be, oh, this is me, I'm ServiceMaster PPM, and please come to me. No, you have to actually add value. So I'll post things that a facilities manager will want to know. Like, I'll answer a question on a problem with cleaning, like descaling, a solution for descaling, or I'll post the task schedules, or if they're talking about how often should you review the task schedule, I'll talk to that. But I won't mention my business once. It's all in the back end that all that stuff gets tied back together, and it's not anybody's face.
That's
it's helpful.
incredible.
And it's generated results.
And you're getting credit for it, even though you're not getting credit for it like publicly or up front. You're getting it on the back end.
That's it.
See, we have a client that does old gas pumps, right? Which, believe it or not, is a massive industry. And we go on Reddit all the time, and people are like, hey, I've got this old Wayne 60 gas pump and I can't figure out how to get the hinge. And I get on there and I answer, how to solve their problem. And it sends a lot of traffic to that client's website.
Oh, sure does. I mean, it's helpful.
Amazing.
It's helpful advice. We're solving problems. And that's kind of the key to our business overall, is just we solve problems.
That's what you do.
We make a facility manager's life easier. We keep the buildings clean and presentable and sanitary. And I mean, I don't see anybody being really receptive to me sending an email campaign out. So I've never bothered.
Right. Good for you.
The worst marketing ever, in my opinion, is useless marketing. Things like auto mechanics, auto repair places still do this all the time. We fix your car right the first time. Okay, that's an assumption.
That's a given. That should be.
If I come to ServiceMaster, I'm going to assume that you're going to clean my building. The first time you come.
That's a thing.
Well, I could go
little
over
bit
there and they'll get it in the first 3.
But you
guaranteed.
still, still
I'm not
see
doing
it all the time. That type of thing.
Yeah,
I love that idea.
I have conversations with clients all the time. Convenient upfront parking. Oh, thank God. Because I used to have to park and walk a mile to get my pizza, right? And I can actually park, and you're kidding me.
Don't spend money
friendly,
doing
knowledgeable staff. You better.
Yeah, I'm expecting that.
I mean, why are we throwing these copy points out? Do you need to fill time? Because maybe you need to buy shorter airtime. Right. It drives me insane. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't get in trouble with this, but I call it the Hormel thinking of marketing. The little bubble thing, with their ham stuff, and I'm just like, they're gone.
Yeah. For all your blank
ham
needs,
will be edible.
For all your blank needs, has been that one.
Oh my Lord!
I mean, that is worse than work-life balance to me. Is for all your diamond needs, go to Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Because I woke up this morning going, I need diamonds today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, thank God.
Top of the list.
They're going to solve my needs? I mean, it just drives me nuts. Marketing. I should get off the topic of marketing. That's people do. They try their own marketing sometimes, and it doesn't work. Well, I know we're running out of time here. We're up against it. So Travis Filing, Gary Tharnish, talking with Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster PBM, and you're listening to the 402 Business Insider. And throw a quick shout out to UPS Store, one of our sponsors, and we will talk to you guys right after.
Thank you for sticking with us through the break. And if you're just joining, you are listening to the 402 Business Insider on this beautiful day here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, and if you're just joining, you missed a lot.
You have. So that's why you want to go to 402insider.com, and you can find all of our past shows, podcasts on Apple or Spotify, in Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. Also join all of our social medias. And if you'd like to be a guest, there's a form you can fill out to be a guest. So we'd love to have you. This segment is sponsored by Integrated Behavioral Health Services and also Lincoln Airport, LNK. They've got the new Breeze heading out to, let's see, where's it? Vegas and then over to OC, which is good, Orange County in LA. So that's a great thing. If you can fly LNK for, even if it's maybe $100 more a ticket, do so, because the financial impact and economic impact on the city is fantastic.
Well, and not to mention your personal financial impact. Because
exactly.
People don't stop and think, they go, wow, I could save $100 if I fly out of Omaha. That's till you park your car.
Exactly.
Or drive up there.
Yeah, exactly. And this segment is called This Needs an Adjustment. It is sponsored by my chiropractor, Ascend Chiropractic. They're absolutely amazing. I know there's times I need an adjustment on my back and I forget to go in for too long, and then it's a major adjustment. So make adjustments as you need them. Don't put your head in the sand like I do sometimes. I go, oh, my back will be fine tomorrow. And
it never
is.
Has that ever worked out?
No, but I don't know.
This creak will go away, and it'll go away, but you can't stand up.
Yeah,
that's the only time.
And our guest today is Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster PBM.
PB.
What does that stand for?
Professional Building Maintenance.
Thank you. I've been thinking the whole time. I'm thinking, I want one for lunch. That's no PB&J. No, wait, that's really not right. It's really close, but wrong acronym. Anyway, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Reid. I've liked it a lot. So what's something in your company since you've taken over, and you bought it, of course, you bought an existing business. I did too when I bought my business in 1986. And like you said, it comes with some great things and with some challenges. So what's something that creeped up where you needed an adjustment?
Well, one thing that was really unexpected was turnover. I didn't understand turnover in the service industry, cleaning. And I looked at ours and it was 100% annual turnover. 100%.
Okay, what?
Whoa. 100%. Yes. Ooh. So I looked at it and
wow.
I had the same reaction, and I was concerned at first. And then we're a franchise. So I spoke with the franchisor, and they said, you're only at 100? The industry average is 300 to 400%.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
No.
You know, the trucking business is like that.
It's
not even
turnover.
100, but it's still high. Okay. So shocker.
Yeah. So that was unexpected. But what I like, my takeaway from it is, well, maybe I need to increase turnover, which is not anybody's takeaway from this, but hear me out.
Okay.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
You've piqued my interest.
Yes. Did you slip a pill while we were at break?
No. So there is a concept of positive turnover, right? If a job is not right for somebody and they can get a better job, they're better off, and you're better off if they do.
Right.
You're worse off if they stay. And so I coupled that with an insight that I found with going through our recruiting metrics, where I saw that more than 50% of our hires were rehires, and more than 30% were referrals from existing hires. So 80%, I mean, is coming back because they like some aspect of the job. They like the completion aspect. They like the timing, the schedule, the work environment, whatever it is. And so I should be trying to find those people, and the 20% that would come in and not want it, then, I mean, I hope that they get a better job. So I'm actually looking to increase turnover a little bit, but not drive it per se, and not in the manager ranks. Like in my specialty skills, I'm of course trying to retain folks as best I can, but I'm a firm believer in not having golden handcuffs. Like, I want people that are in there doing the job because they enjoy it, because I know I can't pay top dollar. I can't compete with cost wise with so many other industries. So what we do is we leave the door open, and we're flexible. And when people's life situations change, suddenly having a second job, a lot of our employees this is their second job. It's really attractive, and it's a good job for them. They enjoy it, and it works with their life. It works with their primary job. And so as we grow, I've kind of embraced the inevitable, which is turnover. I can't help that, and just accepted it. And I just wish people well on their way. And
so do a lot of your people leave? Is it usually leaving for a lateral type move?
No,
or
no, we lose very few that are just moving to another service.
okay,
I mean, like we're talking like less than 3%.
okay,
Like, it is a small percent. Yeah, most of them they've got a better job. Like we just had recently one that long-term employee, we're talking about almost a decade, and they had a job. They were a caregiver for another human, and they were really passionate about it, and they had the opportunity to go full time in that. And they came to me and they're like, "Well, I want to do that, but I could stay if I could get a pay raise." And I was like, "Are you hearing what you're saying to me?
yeah,
You're telling me that you have this opportunity to take care of a human you care about. You want that job.
Right.
It's not about money. Like go and take care of that person and
Yeah.
enjoy it." And she actually would have been paid more at that other job. And so I embraced it, and she left.
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
Because even if you match it, is she going to be as happy?
That's it. I told her, you know, you're only going to regret the things that you didn't do.
Right.
So you want to do this, go do it, and know that the door is open.
Yeah.
You want to come back.
Yeah, I
You
was
want
gonna say, right
part-time?
there's your key.
Yeah,
Let them know
then
the
the
door's
door
open
is
if they come
always
back.
open.
Yeah.
And so that's why we've had so many people that return, and they might return for 3 months. I mean, we've got a couple people that they'll come in and they'll stay with family for a couple months. They'll work for us, and then they'll go back to where they live the rest of the year. I
Mhm.
mean, we're open to that. That's good for both of us.
Sure.
See, and
So-
what's interesting is in our business, the average client stays with a marketing firm. It's like 18 or 20 months or something like that. Because, I mean, there's everybody out there. They've all got a good pitch. I mean, we're marketers, right?
Right.
We know how to make
Right.
presentations. And we have done so well at having people who have left go, hey, we love working with you. Here's all your files. Here's your information. If you ever want to come back, we would love to have you back because we enjoy the experience. And we have a lot of clients who come back and then they
Absolutely.
stay. They stay for years and years and
Yeah.
years. And it's one of those, you got to go check it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. No,
know?
I think the way that you treat exits, whether it's a client or an employee, says more about you than the way that you brought them in.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so
very true.
you end it well, and you wish them well, and you know, so back on the yacht thing, the owner of the yacht company that was taking it over, he had this saying that he was like, when you would leave for another job, he's like, "Well, I hope you go out there and you fail and you come right back." And
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
and that's not the right answer.
No,
right?
that's crazy.
Exactly.
It is. So
I hope you fall flat on
Right,
your face.
right. so
Good Lord.
yeah. So you gotta balance that out. There's a better way to put it.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's
Well,
funny.
and are those people ever coming back? They're never coming back.
Not likely, unless they're just really constrained and they have to take it. And that's the thing. And do you want them back if they're in such extremis that they have to take that job? Like I want the person that
Yeah.
it's a benefit to them.
Well, and that would be a stopgap. If you came back to that guy, you're
Yeah.
going to work there until something better comes along because I got to get out of here because this guy's no good.
That's it.
I mean, that really would be your mindset.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine saying that. I could imagine, like maybe you have those thoughts that roll around in the back of your head, but actually verbalizing that
I know,
blows
I
me
love it.
away.
Yeah, it's a strange concept.
Well, this was a perfect unexpected impact.
Yes,
because
it
the
was.
unexpected was how you started it. Where I'm like, Reid is nuts. He's like, we have 100% turnover, and that's
not
great.
enough, no.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this is probably the
unexpected
most
comment.
interesting
Positive
unexpected
turnover. Go for
impact
positive.
that we've
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
Well, you're listening to the
Crazy.
402 Business Insider. Travis Filing, Gary Tharnish. We're talking with Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster PBM, and this segment was one of our sponsors was the Barry Law Firm. We absolutely love it. Might be interesting to get you and John Barry in here and talk military experience and rolling that into business. And maybe we should probably have this conversation off the air, but it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Love to do it.
We'll be back right after this segment. Thanks for listening. Back for the last segment of the 402 Business Insider. And this segment is brought to us by the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, which if you're not a member of the Chamber of Commerce, you have I mean, it has done so much for our business. Are you a member of the Chamber?
Not right now.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get grief.
I'm going to call my salesperson and have him call you.
That sounds good.
They're fantastic. And Wyuka Cemetery. We have to have them on. They're a newer sponsor. And
Yeah.
We have one segment left. Sometimes this show just flies by, and this has flown by. I
Yeah.
have so many questions.
Yeah.
I seriously want to have you back on the show,
Love
just
to.
because we have yet to be, just scratch the surface
Right, exactly.
of your business experience. So something I want to talk about moving forward is just kind of your growth, your plan, and really we kind of throw it over to you. If there's anything that you want to talk about
Sure,
that we missed, bring it up. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Well, great. We've exceeded our growth plan a little bit this year. So we had planned on really slow, steady growth, and every 2 years or so getting a really large client, a dozen or more buildings, 1 million square feet. And then about 3 months in, we got the opportunity to bid on this large job. And I was really terrified at first because, we're earning trust. We're trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to lead this team and how we're going to come together. But we couldn't pass up the opportunity to bid on it. And then there's this moment where we got the job, and it's like, okay, now we better do this right. We better not let
execute.
Yeah, we better not let anybody down that's our current customer.
Right.
So it's a real challenge. But we had a good plan. We found one of our former area managers. We brought them back to lead that job, and we just came together, and we really pivoted on our whole plan. Our whole plan was originally to focus on project work. You think about like your biannual carpet cleaning or ceiling cleaning, wall cleaning, stuff that you would do, periodically.
Sure.
That's where we were growing. But then now we've got this giant janitorial contract. So we've figured out how we were going to deliver it. We pivoted, we focused on that. And so we've got now this double-digit growth that's happened this year, which was really, really unexpected. But then you see the impact on the team. Like you see how they struggle. Fortunately, we saw the struggle before we saw any issues with our customers, but I knew that we had to do something different. We could have sold 40, we could have done 45% growth this year. The business was out there, but the challenge is you have to have the team scaled to deliver that. So we actually turned off the tap for janitorial work. We kept it going for project work because we know next year that's where we really want to focus is on all of those periodic contracts. But we've started to build a backlog. We've actually turned down 8 buildings in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
Which, I didn't expect to do that. And you don't want to do that.
It's hard. It's hard to turn business away.
Yeah, but you also don't want to take it and then not
really
deliver.
mess something up.
That's it.
1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
Wasn't willing to underperform. I would not trade our current customers for any new acquisitions. It just wouldn't be worth it. And it's not fair to anybody.
Well,
so,
sure.
So when you get a big contract like this, and congratulations, you won the bid. Do you have time? How much time? It's not you're starting Monday. Do you get time to ramp up?
Oh yeah. I mean, we only had to hire 50 people, and we had about 3 weeks.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
50 people in 3 weeks.
Oh, geez,
It was
sounds like a full-time job right there for a whole year.
Yes.
It was a full-time job for a lot of people.
No,
It was really an all hands effort. I mean, we had, you would have an area manager that has multiple buildings, but we brought in all the area managers in addition to their normal workload. They were in those buildings too. I was in those buildings too. I cleaned a lot of toilets.
Sure.
But it was really good for the team to come together around it because teams need challenges.
Yeah.
You know what? The respect you will gain having done that, what you said right there as the owner of the company and going in and do the job, that's invaluable.
Yes.
Honestly, I know you
Don't know another way
to, but it's invaluable.
And that's what I've always hung my hat on. I'll never ask somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do myself.
Right.
And unfortunately for me, I've always cleaned the toilets at TM. That's just my job,
There you
man.
go.
Yep. Someone's got to do it. May as well be me.
Well, eventually you get good at it, and it's about 5 minutes for the average bathroom.
Yeah.
So
now you're doing this big contract. You've got it. It's
we've
rolling,
got it.
And
we had all the startup challenges you have with a project like that. But the thing that we've done really well, and this is, I got to give it a shout out to John and Angela Payne-Laney. Like they had owned the business before me, and Ed Nix as well. They built a lot of processes. They built the systems that can launch like this.
sure.
They just hadn't executed the machine in a year or two.
Mhm.
And so I had to turn that machine back on. But when you get into, and this is, I mean, the facilities managers know this too. When you turn over a contractor that's managing the cleaning of like 22 buildings, heck, 2 buildings, there's a lot of growing pains. And so the best way that you can get over that is good communication. And that's something that we've nailed. We've got this system that's very user friendly. Access it on your phone, access it on the computer. And every time that there's an issue, it goes in the ticket and we get on it. We respond within an hour. We fix it within 24 hours in most cases. We don't let it go over 48 hours.
I remember reading that when I was reading about you coming in and reading what you did. And I thought, that's amazing. It's kind of like hospitality in a way, where it's like, how many times do you lose in business? You lose customers and they never really tell you. They just
they quietly quit.
Right. So if you have a system set up where it's like, we want to know when there's a challenge right away. Like, tell us your challenges. What are we not doing well enough for you? What? And then people feel comfortable doing that. Like they're not going to be judged or they're not being picky or whiny. Right. When you set up a system like that, that's an incredibly intelligent way to handle, especially the business you're doing.
And that was John and Angela that adopted that system, and I just carried it forward. It's brilliant. I mean, it gives the customer, it gives them power to know that they can get their needs solved fast.
The building I'm in, I remember recently, well, within the past year, where I was making a comment of something, and the person in charge of the people that's in charge of cleaning the building said, "Oh, I know, it just drives me nuts that they don't do that, you know." And I go, "Well, have you asked them to do that?" And they don't. She goes, "Well, they should just know to do that." And I go,
yeah.
You know, I mean, it falls right into that. Having that line of communication is great.
Well, I know when I worked at Kale Lane as a sales guy, this was 15, 20 years ago, back when Ed Nix had the business, they cleaned this building.
Yeah.
And he would leave, well, it wasn't his employees, once in a while, they would leave this little slip of paper, and it was on my desk going, "How are we doing?" Asking me. I'm just a sales guy. I'm not the GM. I'm not a manager. I'm not anything important within this building, except I am a customer, quote unquote.
You use the facilities.
You're cleaning my office. Yeah.
100%.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. No kidding.
We're still doing that today. Like, that process never went away. I mean, part of it is online now, but it's critical that you get as much feedback as possible, and we try to encourage it and let our customers know it's not punitive to our employees, because sometimes they're concerned about hurting the employees by making a complaint. I'm like, no, it's an opportunity to learn.
But I also love that you address it within 24 hours, 48 at the max. That's also really huge.
Absolutely.
Because businesses that don't follow up is...
Well, how do people, because I imagine we're reaching a couple of business owners on this show.
Sure.
How do they reach you?
ServiceMaster Clean Online. Search for me, use AI, or you can call me at 402-761-1776.
There we go. 1776. It's an easy one to remember.
It is. It's a great number, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Well, thanks for listening. Travis Filing, Gary Tharnish, you've been listening to the 402 Business Insider, talking with Reid Morrow from ServiceMaster Professional Building Maintenance of Lincoln. We appreciate you. We're seriously going to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a pleasure getting to know you.